Champions League has 8 groups with 4 clubs per group for a total of 32 clubs. And today, each of those 8 groups represent a country and a league. But which countries and which leagues will be participating? Well, we're going to look at the top 8 countries with the top 8 leagues according to Opta analysts. The English Premier League is number 1. German Bundesliga is 2nd. Italian Serie A is 3rd. Spanish La Liga is in 4th. French Liga is in 5th. Kind of arguable. Maybe Dutch Eredivisie should be in 5th, but they're in 6th. Portuguese Primeira Liga, they're in 7th. And to round off the top 8, it is the Belgian Pro League. Now that we know the 8 countries and the 8 leagues where the 32 clubs are coming from, we actually have to find the clubs that are participating. And we're going to take the top 4 current clubs from those leagues and countries as of December 16th, 2023. So Group A, which is England, it will have Liverpool, Arsenal, Aston Villa, and Manchester City. That is an insane group. Group B, which is represented by Germany, it will have Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, Stuttgart, and Leipzig. Group C, which is Italy, it will have Inter Milan, Juventus, AC Milan, and Roma because they are the current top 4. And Group D, which is Spain, it will have Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, and Girona because Girona is somehow in 1st in La Liga. It's absolutely incredible seeing Girona doing so well, so they get to participate. The 5th group, Group E, which is represented by 4 teams from France, it will be PSG, Nice, Monaco, and Lille. While Group F will be represented by the 4 clubs from the Dutch Eredivisie in Netherlands, and it is PSV, Feyenoord, AZ Alkmaar, and a surprising FC Twente. Group G is represented by Portugal, and the top 4 current clubs in the Portuguese Primeira Liga, it is Sporting, it is Porto, it is Benfica, and it's Braga. I wonder who's making it out of that group. It probably won't be Benfica because we all know they're cursed. And the last group, which is Group H, it is represented by 4 clubs from the Belgian Pro League, and the top 4 clubs are Union Saint-Gilloise, they're in 1st currently after 17 matches. Anderlecht is in 2nd, Ghent, and Royal Antwerp. Those are the top 4. That is Group H. But before we go to the end of the group stage matches, I want you guys to go in the comments and make some predictions, and I'm gonna make some predictions as well, starting with Group A. And I think in Group A, it will be Manchester City and Aston Villa that are top 2. I think Arsenal and Liverpool will bottle it, and Aston Villa being in such good form right now, I think Man City and Aston Villa advance. In Group B, which is Germany, I'm taking Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen to advance. I think Stuttgart and Leipzig are gonna go home. Italy, which is Group C, is kind of a toss-up, but I think I'm gonna take AC Milan and Inter Milan. I think both Milans are gonna progress. Group D, which is Spain, and I'm gonna make some bold predictions. I'm gonna say Girona tops the group and Real Madrid come in 2nd, while Atletico Madrid and Barcelona are gonna go home. The group from France, Group E, PSG will progress, and then I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be Monaco and PSG. Group F, which is Netherlands, I think it's probably gonna be PSV and Feyenoord that progress. AZ Alkmaar, maybe they'll give them a run, but actually I don't even know. I have no idea. Group G from Portugal, I think it's gonna be Sporting and Porto. Benfica is cursed. Benfica is gonna stay cursed, unfortunately. Braga will probably finish last. And Group H, which is Belgium, I actually have no idea. I'm gonna say Anderlecht and Royal Antwerp. Yeah, we'll go Anderlecht and Royal Antwerp. They progress. Let's go to the end of the group stage matches, guys. Are we gonna have any fairy tale runs, any special stories? You usually do if you've been here long enough. Which country will be victorious in our country Champions League? The group stage matches have come to an end, guys. Let's see if my predictions and your predictions were correct. And we're gonna start in Group A. And I'm 1 for 1 because it is Manchester City and Aston Villa moving on. Liverpool and Arsenal bottled it. Arsenal went winless. I'm an Arsenal fan. This is pathetic. So out of Group A, England, it is Manchester City and Aston Villa moving to the round of 16. Group B, Germany, and I am 2 for 2 because it was Bayern Munich in 1st, Bayer Leverkusen in 2nd, RB Leipzig were very, very bad, and Stuttgart also went winless just like Arsenal. They're eliminated. But in Group C, which is Italy, it was actually Juventus that topped it with Inter Milan. I said AC Milan would progress. They weren't very good. 1, 2, and 3. Roma, a close 3rd. Unfortunately, Roma and AC Milan are going home, and Italy is going to be represented in the round of 16 by Juventus and Inter. While in Group D, which was Spain, Girona, they put up a valiant effort. I'm not gonna say that they made it out because they didn't. They finished last in the group, but they won 2 matches. And what happened with Barcelona? They bottled it. 2, 1, and 3 on 7 points. It was Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid moving on. Group E, France, I was also wrong. I went 1 for 2. I said PSG would progress, and they do progress, and then I said Monaco, but Monaco finished dead last. It was Nice in 2nd. So the top 2 teams in Ligue 1 actually progress into the round of 16. But Group F, represented by clubs from Netherlands, it was Feyenoord and PSV. I think we all would have picked Feyenoord and PSV to advance. AZ Alkmaar in 3rd. They made it kind of competitive. They won 2 matches, but FC Twente, they were just not good enough. Finished on 1 point. They're going home. Group G, Portugal, and yeah, Benfica is still cursed. Benfica, man. Sporting Sporting in first, Porto in second on 9 points, Benfica in third on 9 points, and Braga not good enough. Bye-bye. And Group H, which was Belgium, and it was Anderlecht, and Ghent was in second. I said it was going to be Royal Antwerp. I was horribly wrong. They were bad on 3 points, 1-0-5. They only scored 4 goals in 6 matches. They're going home, and so is Royal Union Saint-Gilloise. So our round of 16 matches, very, very interesting, and a lot of room for some upsets and fairy tale runs. It will be Real Madrid facing PSV. Anderlecht will take on Atletico Madrid. Bayern Munich will take on Aston Villa. That should be a tight one. Manchester City will take on Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen. Another tight one. PSG will face Inter Milan. That's going to be a very interesting matchup. And Sporting will face Ghent. Juventus will face Porto. And finally, Feyenoord will face off against the French side Nice. Now, at this point of the competition in the round of 16, countries can get eliminated because during the group stage matches, it was guaranteed that at least 2 clubs from each country move on to the round of 16. But now everyone can go home. Let's see who stays in. Let's see which countries progress. Round of 16 is over, guys, and surprise, surprise, we have some upsets. Yes, we do. Let's go. Real Madrid versus PSV, Spain versus Netherlands. It was always going to be Real Madrid. 8-2 on aggregate. PSV, one of the Dutch sides, is going home. Real Madrid is going to the quarterfinals. But then the other Spanish side in Atletico Madrid, they lost to Anderlecht from Belgium. 3-2 on aggregate. So Spain only has 1 team remaining, and that is Real Madrid. Anderlecht advanced to the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, Aston Villa's run comes to an end in the round of 16. They had a tough opponent in Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich won 6-1 on aggregate. So one of the English Premier League sides is eliminated, while a German side in Bayern Munich is moving on. And actually, both English sides are eliminated because Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso, they beat Manchester City 3-1 on aggregate. So we have no more English Premier League sides left. They're the #1 ranked league, and both teams are going home in the round of 16. Bayer Leverkusen moves on. PSG took care of the Italian side Inter Milan, so a French side is moving to the quarterfinals, while Inter Milan, the Italian side, is going home. While the other team from Belgium besides Anderlecht in Ghent, they actually beat the Portuguese side Sporting 5-4 on aggregate. So we don't have any English sides left in the competition, but we have 2 Belgian sides left in the competition, and they were the 8th ranked league. I showed you how there's only 1 Italian side remaining because Inter Milan lost to PSG, and the other Italian side in Juventus, they actually lost to Porto 5-4 on aggregate. There is no more English sides, there's no more Italian sides. Porto moves on, and unfortunately there's no more Dutch clubs remaining in the competition either because PSV lost to Real Madrid and Feyenoord lost to Nice from France 2-1 on aggregate. So our quarterfinals, it will be Real Madrid from Spain versus Anderlecht from Belgium. Anderlecht is a heavy underdog there. Bayern Munich will face Bayer Leverkusen, an all-German quarterfinal. That will be interesting. PSG has Ghent, another Belgian side. Another tough test for Ghent. I don't know if they can get by PSG. And then Porto will play the French side Nice. Who's going to be in our last 4 in our semifinals, and which countries are going home? Okay, the quarterfinals are over, and I have no idea how this always happens. Why does this always happen? Let's go through the results. The first quarterfinal, it was Belgium versus Spain, Anderlecht versus Real Madrid, and somehow, someway, Anderlecht won 4-3 on penalties. It was 2-2 on aggregate. Real Madrid, there's no more Spanish sides left. Atletico Madrid is already eliminated, and now Real Madrid is going home in the quarterfinals at the hands of Belgium. Anderlecht. What? And Xabi Alonso somehow, someway pulled a magic rabbit out of a hat as well against Bayern Munich because they won 4-2 on penalties, 2-2 on aggregate, just like Anderlecht and Real Madrid. But Bayer Leverkusen won 4-2 on penalties, eliminating Bayern Munich. So now we have Bayer Leverkusen in the semifinals with Anderlecht. But PSG was able to take care of the other side from Belgium and Ghent. It was 4-2 on aggregate. PSG is going to be in the semifinals. In the last quarterfinal, it was the French side Nice versus the Portuguese side Porto. It was Mehdi Taremi and Porto 5-2 on aggregate over Nice. So one of the French teams is going home, and Porto, the last remaining Portuguese side, they're going to the semifinals. And so our semifinals will be Anderlecht from Belgium taking on Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso, while PSG will take on the Portuguese side Porto and Mehdi Taremi. The semifinals are over. They've come to an end. Which 2 countries and which 2 leagues will be represented in the final? It was Bayer Leverkusen versus Anderlecht from Belgium. Germany versus Belgium. Belgium, they made a good run, but unfortunately their run, it ends in the semifinals at the hands of Bayer Leverkusen. 4-1 on aggregate. They ran out of gas, but hey, Anderlecht, hey, Belgium in general. I mean, maybe it's an underrated league because, I mean, they went to the semifinals. They beat out some big clubs. Much respect to Anderlecht, man, all the way to the semis. And our last semifinal, it was Porto versus PSG, Portugal versus France. Portugal ran out of gas. Porto ran out of gas, guys, in the semifinal. Just like Anderlecht, they lost 6-2 on aggregate to PSG. But a very valiant and respectable effort nonetheless. Who would have thought Porto and Anderlecht would have made it this far? And so the two countries and the two leagues that will be represented in our final, it will be France versus Germany, but it will be Bayer Leverkusen from Germany, not Bayern Munich, and PSG from France, which is probably expected. The final, it is Bayer Leverkusen versus PSG, and it is going to be at Villa Park. Yes, it is. And Jonas Hoffmann from Bayer Leverkusen is the country Champions League goal scorer, top goal scorer with 8. Here we go. The final, Bayer Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso, PSG, Mbappe, Hakimi. There's a lot of big names and big faces in this final, but I'm pretty sure we are all cheering for Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso. Ruiz, dingle dangle inside to Dembele, speeds by, bursts by the defense. Hakimi, it's all PSG here. Ruiz, Vitinha, Kolomuani, Vitinha, backs into the defender. Kolomuani, shot. Oh my! I mean, that's PSG for you. That is PSG for you at its finest. Bayer Leverkusen has some work to do if they want to win this one. Hernandez. There's Mbappe. Back to Hernandez. Ugarte. Mbappe. Kolomuani. PSG has control of the game. He's just holding on to the ball. 27 minutes in. No other real opportunities for either team right now. Ugarte inside. What's he doing with the ball? Is he going to go out wide? No, he's going to go inside to Fabian Ruiz, but it's intercepted, and it's going to go to Boniface, to Hoffmann. Back inside to Victor Boniface, but it is again intercepted. Back to Hernandez. Inside to Fabian. Tapsoba is there, but only as far as Mbappe. Mbappe just outside the box will play it back to Ugarte, and he'll play it to Ousmane Dembele. Dembele. Intercepted by Palacios. Boniface. Palacios. Hoffmann. He's covered. Frimpong back to Hoffmann, and now there's some space. What can he do? Frimpong to Boniface. There's an attack here. Hoffmann. Boniface. Hoffmann again. Hoffmann shot. Donnarumma. Really worked by Bayer Leverkusen. Really well worked. And they earned themselves a corner just before halftime. Hoffmann will take this corner. Into the box. It's a nice one. Hernandez gets it out. Only as far as Xhaka. Xhaka's got a good left foot on him. Can he shoot? No, he'll pass it to Grimaldo. Grimaldo inside the box. Bayer trying to answer back here. Xhaka, Hoffmann again, but he will lose it. Marquinhos and Hakimi will get it out, and that's going to be halftime. I would say a very even half. PSG started off strong, but Bayer Leverkusen, they're no slouch. They came back and they had some opportunities. Second half underway. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's very simple. Leverkusen need a goal. Kolomuani. There's Mbappe. He's kind of been invisible in this match. He hasn't really done much. Maybe he'll turn up in the second half. There's a good pass to Muani. Luka. Fabian Ruiz. He makes it 2-0. A goal out of nothing. A goal out of absolutely nothing at Villa Park. Kradecki is disappointed. It was Lucas Hernandez to Kolomuani to Fabian Ruiz, and I mean, he's never missing from there. Bayer Leverkusen are in trouble. They need 2 goals. I mean, I think Bayer has been good. They've been pretty decent. Maybe they can get one back quickly, so to make it a little bit interesting to the closing moments of the game. Maybe here. Boniface. No, you should have shot, man. You should have shot. Mbappe can carry forward with Muani, and we know how PSG is on the counter attack. 75 minutes in, it's a 2-on-1. Dembele to Mbappe. It's 3-0. It's game over, and PSG will win this tournament. They will win this Champions League. Very, very disappointing. Too little, too late for Bayer Leverkusen if they score here. I don't know if they will. No, they probably won't. That's the final whistle. That's it. Bayer Leverkusen, a valiant run all the way to the final, but unfortunately, it was not their day. It was France and PSG. It's their day. PSG is coming to claim their title. A convincing 3-0 victory in the final. Marquinhos is there. He is the captain. He will lift the country and league Champions League for PSG. They are your champions. So PSG PSG won, but I am actually more impressed with the runs of some of the smaller leagues in the smaller countries like Belgium. Anderlecht going all the way to the semifinals. Porto going all the way to the semifinals. Bayer Leverkusen upsetting Bayern Munich and then going to the final. Unbelievable. Incredible stories. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which country, which league, and which team you were cheering for and how they did. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Always keep smiling. If you got any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, comment them down below. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace, 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 peace.